Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Sentai Daishikkaku episode 10, in which, if I'm not mistaken, if the preview from the last episode is to be believed, we will have Blue Face Peltrola. Hopefully. And also, hopefully, Peltrola gets his shit kicked in. That's my biggest hope here. Because it's kind of a situation where kind of sort of everybody sucks, right? But some people suck, some creatures, I guess, suck more than others, and I would like the ones who suck more to live the consequences of sucking, so to speak. But yeah, in the previous episode, we had two distinct parts, I guess. The first part was the underdog cadets, underdog wannabe rangers fighting their stronger counterparts, so to speak, right? The other people from their groups, color groups, I guess, and winning. Thanks in part to the burst form, in part thanks to their own ingenuity, or in general strengths, right? Everybody pretty much used their strengths, played to their strengths, and that's what helped them win. I can't really say that Tsukasa, for example, used his ingenuity. No, he just used his muscles, who were impervious to the laser guns. So, right, everybody uses their own strengths to win, and in part, that was also thanks to Ranmaru, aka Double X, right now, who also helped some of them. So that was a thing that happened, and that means that all of our cadets, all of our underdogs rather, can now become fully fledged rangers, right? Everybody achieved their dream, or first step on that dream, except Kai. Although no, Kai is not really an underdog here. It's D, of course. So yeah, D also. Did he win? He did, yeah, with Double X's help. Then the next part was probably a little bit more significant, because it had to do with Double X, Peltrola, Komachi, Blue, right? The whole main story line, rather than the B plot of the Ranger exams. Komachi made it safely to the surface, where she called for Blue's assistance through the dragon chibi character thing. Blue, of course, arrived. We get a little bit of backstory on them, right? Why they are so close together, right? So tightly knit. We learned a little bit more about Blue's character, right? That he's a little bit of a... I knew the word that I wanted to use, but I forgot it again. Shit. Again, it's not a Yankee. I forgot. Fuck. Regardless. He was a little bit of a problem person, I guess you could say. He was getting into fights and stuff, but not without a reason, right? He fought off multiple people to, protect a kitten that those people were probably attacking. He just has a scary mug and a scary appearance in general, and a scary demeanor, but deep inside is a heart of gold, and over that heart of gold he connected with Komachi a lot. And now he is on a path for revenge, because someone beat up Komachi badly, and Blue is not going to let it slide. Now he also has the chip USB stick thing from Komachi that unlocks the full power of his gear, of his what's it called, relic, ancient relic, dragon relic, I think it's called. Yeah, he has full. It has full power now, and now he is not taking any hostages, unless those hostages are useful to him, like Double X, for example. He cornered Double X in the form of Ranmaru, managed to damage Ranmaru a little bit, saw the black mist, and already knew that, yeah, that's a duster, that's a fighter. And there was a nice little scene of a little bit of torture. That was fun to watch, to get the information about the perpetrator from Double X. Double X to the last moment, she was very much loyal to Peltrola, who gave her a name, right? Peltrola treated her like a tool, and he said so as much, right? You're just a tool, you're just an appliance, you're just a weapon. But I'm gonna give you a name. There's like a fucking Pepsi ad here. You're gonna be called Pepsi. Basically the equivalent of that, and that already, you know, made Double X's Kokoro go all doki doki, and she swore allegiance forever to him. Then there was a fight scene between Blue and Double X with D. D came, of course, to Double X's rescue. He had the plausible deniability, right, by saying, "Oh, I saw you beat up my friend Ranmaru, and not even a keeper will beat my friends." But then Double X was out in the open as a fighter, and D was still helping her. So this kind of exposes D as a fighter as well. So I can see this going. Oh, right, and of course D and Double X lost the fight because Blue is kind of overpowered with his weapon, and Double X reluctantly agreed to show Blue to where Peltrola is, probably with the hopes of Peltrola winning that fight. I hope it doesn't happen. But here's where we get to the like possible outcomes and how none of them are like fully well, so to speak, right? Because one outcome is since D's and Double X's nature are now known to Blue, how do we deal with that? Well, we either have to kill Blue so that nobody spills the beans, right? Nobody knows who D actually is, or we have to alter the plan and D has to extract himself from the ranger facility and be on the run again, or we we get a bit of mutual understanding with Blue, right? I'm kind of hopeful on D's part, because D was really shocked when he heard that Peltrola is alive, in a way of, you know, holy shit, we suffered so much, and Peltrola was still alive and he didn't come to our rescue. We were abandoned by our own, like, creator and boss, right? In that way. So something tells me that D might even propose to Blue, hey, listen, I don't want those boss monsters to exist either. They kinda, you know, fucked me in the ass with no lube and all of my friends. Time to fuck them in the ass as well, and I'm gonna help you, right? I'm the good one. I'm a good fighter, and I'm gonna help you guys. I'm not gonna help Red, but you're cool in my book, right? Maybe something like that we could go for. I really don't see any other ways, you know, leaving Blue with the knowledge that he has. Although D didn't really transform, yet didn't show that he's a fighter in front of Blue, I don't think. So maybe there is still some plausible deniability. I don't know, I'm not sure. Could be an explanation that, oh, I just got, you know, swept in this whole situation and I just went with it. Holy shit, Ranmaru is a fighter? What? Say it ain't so, right? Maybe there is still something to be done here. I would really hate for Blue to die. So I would rather they deal with Peltrola somehow and they make a bit of a pact to go against the boss monsters together. I also can't imagine Blue being satisfied with how Red is running the whole shebang. So, you know, we might have a friend on the inside, right? We know that not everybody is happy with how the Rangers, the Keepers rather, are run. Not even Pink, right? Hibiki's sister, she said as much that, you know, she uses her powers, or rather, she is a part of the team because she wants to use her powers for good, not necessarily to do Red's bidding, but if she went against Red, then she would lose her powers, so it's kind of a trade-off. So maybe we can actually get the support of all the other keepers and go against Red. We have to remember Red doesn't have his relic. He is weakened through that, so maybe, just maybe, he can be dealt with. But yeah, I guess that's it for the summary of the previous episode. So how about we just start watching this one, right? Shall we? To do it, you will need your subs, of course, as always, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. I'm gonna have to lock the exposure as well, so it doesn't change. And I'm gonna need your support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, cost nothing, helps a lot. On Patreon, early access to some videos. And with that, we can start watching Sentai Daishikkaku episode 10 in 3, 2, 1, go. It's showtime for Blue Keeper indeed. D. Right, okay, still plausible deniability. Yeah, the fighters are not really enemies, are they? True. I wonder if it's foreshadowing. Okay, what's the deal with this place? Is this where, like, defeated boss monsters are being kept? That's a tree. It's probably something Red didn't tell you about. Oh, that's Beltrola. I guess he does have a tree-like appearance. So you've met before. Why is Beltrola still alive then? What can you do in your immobile form, though? Oh? CG? Why do you... Oh, I guess D wants to keep Beltrola alive so that, you know, he's hoping for the boss monsters to help them. I was hoping for D to become disillusioned with the boss monsters a little bit more. Dead? Probably not. Yeah. Nice audio effects. As in your immaterial? Or there are many of you. Yeah, that's also a thing. That's possible. Sure. And like a leveled up form too. That's a bird, man. Multiple birdmen, to be more precise. Oh, opening. Of course, we gotta have an opening. I wish there were lyrics to this. I'm gonna have to look up the lyrics, I guess. How can we... I guess it could end with Blue winning this fight. Double X would either be lost or imprisoned. Peltrola ideally dead, or at least, I know, banished or something. We still don't know how he survived exactly. Maybe he always keeps like one of those fruit seeds things somewhere, like a Horcrux, so that he can always, resurrect himself. Wouldn't surprise me if he has the power to like give birth to himself. Then it stands to reason. How strong are those clones exactly? Okay, so they die fairly easily, but yeah, they can get created very easily as well. So probably need to destroy like the full entire tree. I'm assuming a real Peltrola is hiding still somewhere within the trunk of it. Why didn't they though? Why have they been just passively watching what's happening to you, right? Why did you abandon us? Oh? What are you trying to do, D? Right, whispering sweet nothings, whispering the exact things that he wants to hear, or that Peltorella believes that he wants to hear at least. Lamb? What do you mean, lamb? Yeah, you grew to like them, D, didn't you? Probably not the real body, though. Of course. Did it work, though? It did! Would you look at that? Good! Good! Exactly what I was hoping for. Good job, D. Fuck parents like that. To earn freedom. Yes, he is comrade with the fighters as well. But being a comrade with fighters means, wanting to free them. And there's no freedom for fighters with boss monsters alive. Is this the real body? No, the real body is somewhere in the garage? Oh, not even... Okay. Oh. Okay, so who's gonna stop him then? Kai? The other underdogs? Or maybe Shun, Suzukiri, and the bunch? Fire. Whose? Kai. Sorry, Shun. Yeah. Oh, that's a great intro to them. Okay, so he has a rifle. What are the others' attacks? Okay. Is her weapon just a time rewind remote? Because if so, then that's super dope. Did you though? Oh, that's cool. So her power is to like eat the attacks. That's super cool. Canon jumped up in my rankings even higher now. Is that it? No, there's one more. Okay, what's your game, Suzukiri, exactly? Oh, that was great reveal of the name. And my camera is flickering again. That should fix it. Yeah. Or another bluff. And the skill is running away, is my bet. Yeah, Peltrola gives no fucks about you. Yeah, because maybe they're not quite as almighty as they claim to be, right? That's a nice dream you're having, D. Double X with him, though. Of course, his friends. Even if subconsciously he already treats them as friends, doesn't he? Even Ranmaru. Magically alive. This is the equivalent of like going creative and building a house out of diamond blocks in Minecraft. Makes no sense and is super gaudy, but it's also the like very base image of what, you know, being rich is. Peltrola? Peltrola indeed. In all of his CG glory. Death. Probably. Yep. Is this the world you want to live in, D? Right? Is it? Do you value your friends higher? Or do you value boss monsters higher? Which is it? Yeah, I think this is gonna be better. I look a little bit less sickly. Yes, this is how it will end if Petrola is allowed to live. If any of the boss monsters is allowed to live, for the record. Yeah? This is world domination. Exactly. You just fell for the, you know, nice sounding words without realizing what the actual repercussions of that will be. Yeah, can't have both world domination and coexistence. It's one or the other. Hopefully not. Yeah, but have you ever thought about, you know, deciding for yourself, maybe? You know, I know, novel concept, taking control of your own life. But try it, give it a shot. You might like it. That's why I want the best possible life for monsters. And it's not under the boss monsters rule. So are they going to destroy the last remaining body of Peltrola? Hopefully. Yeah, I really think it's the least of your worries right about now. Peltrola? Peltrola. Yep. In the flesh. And she's dead. Huh? Okay. So she really, really isn't fit to be a ranger. Like, what's so fucking ever? Yeah, destroy it. Kill it. There we go. Not a moment hesitation. There's the monster, kill monster. Easy. Oh yeah, his nemesis. And that's a full-scale Peltrola. Whomst? Kai, hello. Yeah. And the exact monster you've been looking for, actually. A different form, but, you know, the same one. That is true to a degree, yeah. Oh, even he's here. Mm-hmm. So now it's all of the cadets versus Peltrola. I mean, he's right that the Rangers have committed plenty of atrocities, or rather, the Keepers. But still. There we go. Finally fighting together. Even Kai. D, hello. Even if it's the boss monster. Yep. I will side with my own. Exactly. Exactly what I wanted to hear. Exactly what I wanted to hear, D. That's a great face. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna be waiting. Oh! Yeah, this episode went well. This really went well. Good shit. It went pretty much exactly as I was hoping it to. The only thing that could have made it better would be if Double X also saw this point about, you know, there's no freedom under anybody's boot, even if it's the boot of the boss monsters. But I guess that if she survives, she will grow into this mindset. I hope, at least. I hope that it can be, you know, explained to her. It's not really something you can explain to someone. It's something that someone has to grow into, right? Like, you very rarely can explain to a person that, hey, you're being abused, or hey, you're being, I don't know, treated badly. Chances are they're not going to see it until they see it. That's why it takes, like, what? 3, 5 times on average, I believe, to leave an abusive relationship. On the road? We moving somewhere? Traveling? I don't know. We'll see in the next episode. But what we will see now is this episode again, shall we? Yes, we shall, as we always do. I really like the whole thing with plausible deniability that D has. Right? Like, it would be so simple to have him side with like either side or have him be revealed as a monster, right? It would be like the easiest narrative decision they could have made here. But they didn't. They are trying to meander somewhere in the middle, and I really like it. I really like that all those moments where the scene where Dee was talking to Hibiki's sister, to Pink, in the room is still in my mind. How he was using this, specific ways of talking about things that told Pink that, yeah, I want to fight for the Rangers, and at the same time told Double X, yeah, I want to fight for the monsters, right? And this is, another interesting thing, that he still has this plausible deniability. He still is just a cadet in the eyes of Blue, and he still is a monster in the eyes of Double X, right? Both of those things are true at the same time. It's really cool how they're not going for the obvious narrative decisions here. And Hibiki already has a reputation of being, a little bit against the grain, of wanting coexistence with the monsters, stuff like that. So him saying that, oh, let's not, the monster is not at fault. It's very weak right now. Let's not, torture it without the reason, right? It's, in character for him. He doesn't even break character saying that. It's so cool. Why do we have a room like that, and what was this room originally? That's what I want to know. Because it looks unlike any other part of the base. The entirety of the base basically is like epitome of brutalism, right? Concrete cubes, white walls, steel doors. That's it. That's the base. And here you have like huge ornate gate. Yeah, you have this like ornate gate made of red stained wood with iron, whatchamacallit, not knitted, those like things. What are they called? Fuck, I forgot. They're called knit in Polish. Every single one of them is a knit. I guess that's where my knitted came from. But yeah, like, and those locks that look almost, magical, right? For locks, for teams, and the locks are ornate and gold, and it's as if something nefarious was kept there, or maybe the source of the strength of the Rangers, or, something like that. Those doors really stand out. And behind them, Peltrola. Was Peltrola always kept here? Or was it a place where other boss monsters were kept? Or was it a place where the source of power of Rangers actually was and Peltrola just tapped into it? I don't know. But something tells me this room already had a different, unusual purpose before Peltrola found his dwelling here. I'm going to note it down, actually. I don't think this will be, or maybe it will be answered, actually. The ornate door leading to Peltrola's room makes the room otherwise important. Probably not the best way I could have worded it, but I guess I will see the point, hopefully. Yeah, Peltrola is a tree. A big, big tree. Yeah, and this is the moment Blue turned CG. Most heinous of crimes easily punishable by death. But it's, it's a decent CG. I see a little bit of anti-aliasing on his, not anti-aliasing, the opposite, a little bit of aliasing on his helmet. His hand has a little bit too thick of a line art. But other than that, yeah, it actually looks decent. yeah, there's the cool touch that makes it look a little bit more drawn and less CGI-y. And this is the lighter line work on the backdrop of darker colors, right? Very often, CG art in anime is made in the simplest possible way. A basic like posterization filter and a basic edge detection filter on top. That's basically the recipe of that. The cons of that and what makes CGI very easily noticeable is, for example, very small shadow or highlight splotches that wouldn't otherwise be drawn if the scene was actually drawn. Another thing is consistent thickness of the line work, which actually differs when it comes to drawn anime, drawn frames. With CG, it's mostly just consistent thickness. And another thing is when you see a scene drawn and there is like dark blue on dark green, for example, and there's some line art between them, that line art is usually using lighter colors so that it's actually visible. When it comes to easily made CG and that easily made edge detection filter, usually they don't bother with altering the color of it, so you just get a black outline anyway. In this case, they actually did some... I wonder if it's actually drawn on top. It kind of looks like it. It kind of looks like it was a base of a moving CG model, and then it was taken into art software and like drawn on top of it. Those like lighter lines and a couple of more sketchy elements of the line work. And yeah, and the important shots that also bears mention are of course fully drawn. That way they get the most impact. Divine Artifact Manifest. This is... No, it's not CG. It's just animated on ones. That's why it looks so smooth. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, characters grin animated on ones. That's something, alright? Far surpassing you. And there's a lot of Peltrolas. Boss monster Peltrola, yeah, changed his form. Evolved, I guess, maybe. Grew into multiple. And of course, Double X, fascinated with him as always. This won't end until you find my real body. Peltrola really mastered the art of, whatchamacallit, of bullshitting. Right? Oh, yeah, you must find my real body. That's the only way you can defeat me, right? Oh, you're precious to me. You're my most precious fighter, and I'm gonna give you name Coca-Cola. That's gonna be your name, right? He mastered the art of bullshitting. I am God, because it makes him seem like God, like the omniscient, omnipresent, undefeatable, soul fucking Invictus, basically, and the imagery around him. Feathers, feathers made of light falling from the sky. It's probably because he's just a bird monster that there's feathers in his imagery. But because he took the form of a tree, it looked like, angelic feathers falling from the sky, right? He really is amazing at bullshitting. Cool fight scenes. With some CG, but again, it's decent CG, so I really don't mind it that much. Both monsters have the power to destroy the Rangers. Yeah, but do you want Rangers destroyed, D? Yeah, pay your respects. And again, bullshitting. Thank you for protecting the fortress while the boss monsters are absent. Right? Yeah, protecting, that's what we've been through. So much pain, so much humiliation. And you are absent. Is that it? Right? We have only one desire, and that is world domination. Why haven't you been going through with it then? Right? Why have you resigned us, monsters, to this fate? Not only that, but D also formed some relationships with those people, friendships even, tentatively speaking. And here's Peltrola speaking so casually about one of his friends dying? Something's not right. Something does not compute in D's head. And he knows exactly what. He's ultimately a freedom fighter. He does not fight for... or rather... Actually, I think it's something a little bit more interesting than I initially thought that happened to him. It's precisely because of the oppression the fighters suffered from keepers and rangers that D became who he is. And initially, his initial impression was that boss monsters are dead, and we need to raise up, we need to stand up to the keepers, to the rangers, to achieve our freedom. We deserve freedom. We need to be free. We want to be free. And to that end, we will destroy the keepers. The oppression by the keepers gave him the desire for freedom. And now, he's close to achieving that, right? If he helps Peltrola, if he helps bring boss monsters around again, well, chances are he's gonna get what he wants, right? Chances are the keepers are going to be defeated. But that's no longer all that he wants. He does not merely want the keepers to be defeated. He wants freedom. And the keepers are the source of oppression, so that's why he wants the keepers defeated. He wants to stand up to oppression. And now, someone appeared who D now realizes was also an oppressor, willing to sacrifice fighters casually without much reason, not giving anything back to the fighters, just exploiting them endlessly. Do I want those guys to win though? No, actually. I don't want either of them to win. I want to destroy the keepers because they are abusing us right now, they are oppressing us right now, and I want to destroy the boss monsters because they were oppressing us and they will be oppressing us should the keepers be defeated. This is the moment that D formed the third faction here. The faction of himself and his, for the lack of a better term. If you're friends with D, if you share his worldview, you're a part of his faction. If you do not share this worldview, you are his enemy. If you want all monsters to die, you are an enemy of D. If you want all humans to die, you are an enemy of D. If you want coexistence, you are his friend. Cool. I really, really like what happened in this particular episode with D. This is exactly what I was hoping for. That he will realize that there are more sorts of oppression that the fighters were under. Not just the keepers, not just the immediate source of it, but also the past and potentially future. That's a cool shot. It's like, you know, swing and cut upwards. Right? How's he holding the sword exactly? Yeah, right? Like this and... That's a hefty move. Yeah, that's cool. That's super cool. And here come the angelic feathers from a skinned and beheaded chicken ready for soup. Even if the world turns upside down, it's unforgivable. Is it though? Double X, you're just blinded right now. She doesn't realize that. It's an abusive relationship, basically. And another like parallel that I found to the glorious return of Peltrola is father who leaves the family when you were 5, and then one day when you're 16 comes back because he lost his job and he's going to lose his home and he wants to live with you again. And he brings a chocolate. Oh, how you grew! I'm so proud of you. But I won't. I need a place to live, right? It's kind of like that. Peltrola is back, and oh, I'm so proud of you keeping the fort. But I'm gonna need you to lay your life down for me. You know, if you could protect me from those blasts. But oh, I'm so my children of mine. Oh, we will together achieve world domination, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. And Double X fully buys into it. Double X is the kid who will believe the words of their father, who will take the chocolate and be happy. Oh, daddy is back. You know? Jobless, homeless, but he's back. He came back for me. I'm so happy. We can be a family together again now. Meanwhile, D is the kid who will just shut the door in front of his face because he doesn't even want to remember, because he remembers being left alone. Not so much the longing, right? That got dark super quick. Sorry about, talking about themes like that. For the record, my father never, left. Actually, he kind of did. Yeah. Not when I was 5, though, but, whatever. Doesn't matter. And yeah, I really like Blue's demeanor. Finding a real body? Well, how about I just cut them all down? One of them is real, so... Right? AoE, 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 AoE. I should once again conserve my strength silently on the surface. Yeah, thankfully there's more than just the Blue Keeper around. And this is a cool scene. Cool shot. This parallax reveal where everybody is on a separate layer and all those layers shift a little bit differently. That's so cool. Everybody has a different artifact. Right. Shun has a gun, of course. Yumiko has a remote. Masurao has the crystal thing, and Kanon has a mask. Cool. Yamato no Orochi, Tsukuyomi. Oh, Tsukuyomi. Recent episode of Kaito Otome was about Tsukuyomi. Amaterasu Omikami and Ukemochi no Kami. Cam Rangers. What's Masurao using? Oh, it's just a scepter. It's a scepter that's used like a mace. This is cool. This is super dope. This is an amazing power. Usually when something like that appears on the screen in anime, right, you expect a chibi, or not a chibi, or regular version of one of the characters to appear in the corner and say, this move is actually something that I learned back in the days, but, we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. Right now, back to your scheduled programming, right? Or something like, you're probably wondering how I got to this place, record scratch, right? Stuff like that. But no, this is like in-world power that she has. Fast forward, pause, stop. Just controlling the world. This is also dope. Her power is to bite. Yeah, she looks so cool with this mask. And she's wearing spats underneath, it seems. I already liked her design, now I like it even more. I really have, some thing for characters who wear face mask, or a rebreather, or, something like that, or a mask that opens to a jaw, stuff like that. I know, I just really like it. Kanon Hisui, yeah. And she's wearing Sarapuku, which again, another points, more points in my ranking. Mute. What's your game here, Suzukiri? What's your game? Does she want to help the monsters? Why? Or does she want to actually destroy the keepers, but as opposed to D, she has no reservations? Like, D wants to destroy the keepers, but not in a way that would bring the monsters into power, right? So he treads that balance, basically. Meanwhile, Suzukiri just wants to destroy the keepers from the inside, so exactly like D, but she doesn't care about anything else. If monsters take over, so be it. If Earth blows up, so be it. I just need the keepers fucking gone. Is that what is that her deal? I know. I'm not sure. Why would she be helping Petrola right now? It is over. Yeah, so protect me. Again, doesn't give a fuck about Double X. Oh, my precious Double X, you gave up your life for me. Yeah. They're a boss monster, yet they use Double X as a shield to escape? Are they really a loving parent? Are they really leaders for us? No, the fuck they're not. Leaders fight with the army, not on the backlines of it. Yeah. His imagination, or dreams rather, running wild. I find it interesting that Double X is still with him, though. And not like, joining him later like the other cadets, but rather like at all times with him. Kinda. No. Like, if this was a different show, I would say that it might be a budding romance between them, but no. I really don't feel anything like that from the relationship they have. Really, really not. Maybe his hopes of, oh shit, I found a female fighter, I didn't even know they existed, or something like that. But no, there were other female fighters as well, if I'm not mistaken, so. Or female voiced at least, because everybody we've seen in the castle, in the sky, in their base, was the same looking blob. I was slowly getting kind of tired of this little aside, to be perfectly honest with you. It kind of felt like it overstayed its welcome. But then, yeah, then the significant part began. Peltrola, hello. And here comes Peltrola, killing the people that you, D, wanted to impress. You gave this dude your autograph. You wanted to impress him. You had a nice word for him. And here comes Peltrola, indiscriminately killing everybody. You were someone, beloved by people, the favorite of everybody, writing books, making movies, appearing on the TV. And here comes Peltrola and says, no, all those people who admire you, they should die. That's not the word you wanted, is it? It's really not. This is the moment of realization. That this is what the world will look under the rule of boss monsters. This is world domination. It's in the name. Domination. Whoever dominates the world most likely oppresses the rest of it. Do you really want to become an oppressor now, D? From being oppressed to becoming both an oppressor and still oppressed by the boss monsters. Being just straight up in the middle. Is this what you want? No. Of course not. I just want freedom. I just want to live. I just want my friends to live. I want to have dreams. I want to appear on the TV. I want to eat a nice meal with my cadet friends. Friends? Wait. Since when are they my friends? Oh shit, is this what friendship is? Right? What am I supposed to fight for from this moment on? Well, we're gonna find you something. How about freedom? Does this appeal to you enough? Does it sound whatsoever appealing? Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet, because you don't value freedom yet, Double X. You value boss monsters, you value loyalty, you value usefulness, not freedom. Because nobody has ever told you that it's even an option. But now, it has become an option. So try to entertain the thought. Yeah, a bunch of overdogs, as in the opposite of underdogs. I don't know any better way to put it. Are they trying to give them like a little bit of redemption arc? Tiny little redemption arc? Or is it just Sojiro being his slimy, shady self? And, we lost. So now I'm going to build up pity points and I'm going to have at least this much. I can't have a win. I'm going to have the pity at least. Maybe. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's genuine. I don't know. Yeah, Angelica really doesn't deserve to be a keeper. To be a ranger, even. Notices a boss monster and not only walks away. Like, I don't expect her to throw herself at the boss monster straight on. But she at least should have told them, yo, there's a boss monster nearby. Right? Be useful at least. Don't deny its existence. I really was afraid that, it's just going to work. And they're just going to go their own way because of motherfucking Angelica. But no, thankfully not. Thankfully Kai noticed something and he has a hate boner for boss monsters, so of course he's going to chase it. And here we have the underdogs also appear. And Tsukasa completely losing his strength. Yeah. Masurao is just fucking kryptonite. I would love it, if everybody passed. Fuck it, why not? Everybody helped fight the boss monster, which means everybody is fit to be a ranger, so everybody passes, everybody wins. Tsukasa can train with Masurao. No longer a rivalry, but rather master and pupil. How's that sound, right? Because it sounds really fucking cool to me. So hopefully. And of course, Yamato doesn't, even think for a moment to also throw himself into combat. Why'd you care? I'm your enemy, exactly. I'm a human, you're a monster, and that's enough reason to fight. That's a little bit, racist. But in this case, he has a point. In this case, he actually does have a point. And now he had to say, he just had to speak of Ranmaru's passing. He just had to. And even he's back, and even he gets a little bit of redemption arc, right? Like, sure, he betrayed his friend, but now he's angry about his friend being dead. So that redeems him a little bit, I guess, because the stakes ultimately were, like, the stakes used to be much lower, right? Ultimately, his betrayal, Eigen's betrayal, doesn't matter all that much. Ranmaru went to the program. He wanted to be a keeper, the ranger. Sorry, I'm mixing those terms up. He wanted to be a ranger because Eigen wanted to be a ranger. He just, was tacked on, basically. So Ranmaru dropping out of the program, it wouldn't be that much. So Eigen betraying him isn't that much. Dev, though. yeah, that's a much more serious matter. So it shows that Eigen cares where it matters, I guess. I know, I'm trying to explain a little bit how he can possibly get redeemed. It is finally time to let the surface dwellers know. And yeah, we're fighting. Not alone. Yeah, you guys are the ones who made us this way, and everybody's here. Everybody's face shows in this montage. I won't side with anyone. I'm on my own side. Yes, those are the exact words I wanted to hear. Exactly. I don't want to be defined by my hate for the Keepers. I don't want to be defined by my hate for the boss monsters. I want to be defined by my hate for my enemies. And the great face right at the end here. I'm a nefarious monster indeed. I won't be satisfied until everything goes my way. Doesn't this face just scream coexistence and peace? I mean, as they say, si vis pacem para bellum, right? If you want peace, prepare for war, and they seem prepared. Eating contest. And the title being... Oh. I guess the title appeared earlier. Title of the next episode. No, what? There's no title of the next episode? I guess not. Did I just fucking... Yeah, I guess I just imagined there being a title of the next episode. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's gonna be cool. And no, like on the road. Yeah, there was a title. I'm not seeing things. I'm not sick in the head. I'm healthy and well-adjusted adult. Okay. Alrighty. So, again, very good episode. I got pretty much exactly what I wanted out of it. I really wanted this realization for that, you know, if we get rid of the Keepers, then the both monsters, namely Peltrola, will have us under their boots. And I don't really want that either, because I'm just gonna be changing which master I serve instead of being free from masters. And he realized that, yeah, that also he's not fighting for any particular faction, but rather he has friends on both sides, right? He's friends with his fellow fighters and he wants to fight for them. And surprisingly, he's also friends with some of the cadets. And he doesn't want them to die either. And picking a side would mean that either half of his friend group would just perish. So he's not gonna pick a side. He's gonna create a third one. The path of coexistence. The path of freedom. Right? The path of peace. Like, legitimately, the best chance at peace. At the you know, best outcome and peace, I guess. Because peace could be achieved by wiping out humanity, and peace could be achieved by wiping out the monsters. But neither of those would be, you know, fully optimal. Meanwhile, if we just eliminate the oppressors, and let the common folk, you know, remain, be it the common fighter or the common human, things are gonna work out. Things are really gonna work out eventually, right? Good. I kind of wished that Double X also saw that point. Maybe after getting shafted by Peltrola for the third time already, or however many times it happened. But I guess not. I guess she's still in that very, you know, abusive relationship mindset soon enough. Hopefully, Dee will help her escape it. Hopefully, she survives, first of all. Maybe recuperates in Dee's closet again. Maybe somewhere else, I don't know. Maybe changes her look so that Blue doesn't recognize her anymore. I don't know. There are ways, I guess, of handling that. Hopefully she sees the light of the way of coexistence. That would be cool. Yeah, it's 12 episodes, right? Yeah, it is 12 episodes. So we have 2 more. We have 2 more episodes. Next episode is, of course, going to be the fight with Peltrola. And I guess the finale will be probably not another fight. I don't think so. That they would introduce an enemy and then defeat that enemy in a single episode. I would say the finale will be getting their colored suits. Maybe. Everybody getting accepted into the Rangers. Everybody having made it. Maybe a bit of a cliffhanger. Someone new appearing. Some new enemy. Maybe something like that. We'll see. We'll see, of course. This episode was very good. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed myself watching it. But you guys, you tell me, what did you think of this episode, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that in the comments below. Like this video also if you liked it. Subscribe to be notified of future videos. Not only Sentai Daishikkaku, but also Kaiju number 8, Unnamed Memory, Spice and Wolf, Kaito Otome, plenty others coming in the future. Click the bell to be notified of when those videos release and when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal episodes, non-seasonal shows like Yuki Yuna Season 2 starting soon, maybe tomorrow. And if you don't want to spend any, and you can also support me directly on YouTube. First of all, super chats, super thanks, memberships, whatever else YouTube has. And if you don't want to spend any money, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word, it costs absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without a Nedze, Reina, Yukiala, Ishtamu, Dr. Ward, Akamaser, Marsh, Fastel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them if you want without having to give up your ideals. How about that?